Hey guys, I just wanted to share some thoughts today in regards to discipline, capturing our thoughts, and what that means. I thought discipline was going to be about, I don't know, running or something in regards to this latest round of discipline training. But being that the last 8 months, I kind of fell back asleep. I don't know if many of you might have recognized that because you didn't know me before 8 months ago. But being here with Soul's Eye Jules, and when she said that to me, well, you kind of fell asleep the last 8 months. I realized, yes, immediately when she said it, yes, I did. Yes, I did. But I'm waking up again. And part of that waking up was affected this morning. I've been really grounded the last few days. And last night and this morning, I got a little recap of what being awake means. The discipline that it takes, and the easiness of the power of the Father to make it possible. So last night, I had read some astrological thing, and I'd have nothing against it. Obviously, I was reading it, but it didn't resonate. And that this moment I recognize as being a really good thing because I'm walking with the Father. And in that sense, the things that I saw in there were more of like the typical world fear, the typical world possibilities of things that could be affecting me negatively. Well, if you're reborn, then those old things, regardless of whether it was made specifically for my birth date and time and space and time where I was born and all that, it was supposed to be very targeted for myself. And last night, when I first read it, because I've been excited about reading it all week, when I first read it, I was like, and then I called up, I texted a friend whose gift I trust, who randomly in the last few days has been giving me updates because she can see people where they are, where Scott was, and is he still okay? And she's like, oh yeah, he's, party, and he's, you don't have to worry about him. He always has people, spirit friends around him. And I was like, cool. And somehow that information led me to understand that he had completely forgotten I existed. Because some of us do that when some of us just do that. Due to our upbringing, we can put these walls up and just... And my connection with him made me recognize that's the case. And in those moments, I went into, and it only lasted about 30 seconds. But those hot tears welled up. And then I said, and then I started texting from a worldly mind point back to my friend that I was conversing with about how well, and I went into my whole little pity party about, it's not a pity party, I went about my existence to the point of Jeanette waking up. How, things hadn't worked out in a way that would make me understand that in any way, shape, or form the future would hold a family structure for me, or a partner, or that always be alone sort of thing, because I always have been. And some people don't have that same experience. For those that do, whose families were abusive and you never connected, and whose marriages didn't work out, and all those, some of us that know that sort of existence of like feeling alien at all times and not having that connection that abounds around other people. And yes, I understand that everybody's relationships with their partners and their family of origin and all that doesn't necessarily mean that it's all going to be beautiful all the time, but they have those beautiful moments. But there are some of us, myself included, that didn't get that. And so the closest I actually got, and I'm blessed to, was seeing the Houston family, Tish and Mark Houston. Wow. They're an incredible family that took me on for a bit at the beginning of my journey in Arizona. And are they perfect? I think they are. They don't, but I think they are. The love is so prominent regardless of life. And I just remember whenever I go to their kitchen, going to their house and going to their kitchen, I just melt. I melt. So I know it exists. I've seen it. But last night in that moment of not capturing my thoughts and going with the old story, I felt myself sink to that place in those 30 seconds. And after that, as I, try to toughen up and just, well, this is just the way it is and fuck it, excuse me, I didn't mean to cuss. Excuse me about that. I went into screw it mode. This is just the way it is, and I feel dead inside. And I stopped myself. And the discipline of capturing your thoughts, what does it mean? It means that you go into, you know what? I'm going to claim my power. I'm going to claim companionship. I'm going to claim family. I'm going to claim laughter and joy. I'm going to claim perseverance. I'm going to claim wonderment. I'm going to claim power of knowing myself. I'm going to claim that that the future that is coming is going to be all new. I've experienced all that other stuff. I'm going to experience new stuff that lead to new things, that lead to new people, that lead to new choices and new actions. Because the cause of an effect of the situation, when it comes to your thoughts, is, I'm going to explain it. I was listening to Abraham Hicks this morning. You can find them on YouTube. They're great. Esther Hicks. Great. And they were talking about, there was a lady in the audience that said that she has a better relationship with her dead father now than she did her entire life. And he died when she was in her 50s. And she explained that because of her awakening, she's never even really grieved the father passing, because she's actually in a bigger connection with him now than before. But what the difference is that they don't really talk, is what Abraham Hicks continued on to explain the following, and how I used it, and how I recommend you use it. Whenever there's these people in your life that you've had a connection with, for good or ill, when we think about them, all the history comes with it. All the hopes and dreams and wishes of the presumed future that did not occur come with it. And so the worldliness begins, and you're stuck in it. But if instead you think of them, like I thought of my mother, today is her birthday, and happy birthday to her. I went as far as I imagined somebody send her a card and made her laugh. And it was a funny one, and she felt loved. And then I imagined her looking towards my direction, and all I said was, hello. And that was it. I moved on. So I thought of in the moment. Then I thought of Scott. And I just imagined myself walking near his ear, passing him by and saying, with joy and laugh, hello. And him smiling, and me walking on. And I did that with several family and friends that I've met through my journey. I did that with my friend Jason from 3 Points in my head. I imagined where he'd be around this time, and I said, hello. And then I laughed and moved on. And I just saw him smile. Is this what happened? Well, it's the effect that I put out. The cause for me was to connect. And what happened in between the cause and the effect are that I send out that love. I did not allow fear. I kept it simple. I kept it hello. And then the effect will hopefully be received. And that's all I can do. I can't do anything in between. That's where the free will lives, right? That's where even God can't do anything. Well, God can't. What am I saying? No. But generally God's like, no, that's free will. That's what you put out. That's what will be received. That's what has the possibility to be received. So how did this help me? Capturing our thoughts. Try claiming power. The powers of all the magnificence that you want in your life. Say, I claim this. And name them off before you go to sleep and when you wake up. Or whenever you feel bad. Like I woke up, started my day, went to Selves, went and talked to Suzanne. And because our energies, we're both Aquariuses, our energies are very expansive. We kind of got in a bubble, and I claim responsibility for that, that was kind of exhausting. And I was just sitting there kind of like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is how I feel. This is what that thing reading last night made me feel. This is the reality of my earthly life, and so it is, and so blah. No. I started falling asleep. I couldn't keep my eyes open, and all of a sudden she couldn't either, and she told me some of her stories, and it was like, okay, let's go do a reboot. Let's go take a nap. Start over. And before I went to sleep again this morning, I started claiming all those powerful, beautiful things that are what I claim in my future, that I now know are coming to me. And I had very interesting dreams. And then I woke up and I was like, how you see me now? Like, hey, what's up? You know, excited about what's going on, which is why I wanted to share. So claim your power, pronounce it, and allow the Holy Spirit, the Father, the Son, the Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine in you to rejoice and have a party. Because you've claimed your future. Your cause is to have that future, and the effect will be that you'll get it. As long as you're persistent. And when it comes to any attachments, because that's what my mind ultimately and the ego was doing this morning. It wanted to attach. So when I brought up my old stories and my new, oh, well, he's gone, and all those little stories was like, what is my brain? Oh, I have no one. We have everyone. We're all part of one. So what I needed to recognize and did was that my little squirrely little mind in this earthly realm was just trying to attach itself. Well, Father's put me enough in my journey as I've awakened, because I claimed and wanted positiveness in my life. Everything disappeared. Everyone, all the ideas, all the paradigms shifted. And yeah, I kind of fell asleep the last 8 months on and off. Not completely, but yeah, I did. Because I got attached to things that did not vibrate to my awakening. That's about all I'm going to say. So I hope that is of help. I love you guys. And we will, I'll be returning to my prayers of the day as well. I'm going to bring that back because I need it. Right? And maybe you need it too. And in regards to Isaiah, that will be chapter 2 today, coming by later this evening. I hope your morning is beautiful, or afternoon now, early afternoon, wherever you are. I love you guys. See you soon. Peace out.